Hey Soul Tribe, welcome to your weekend update. Now I got a I got a juicy one for you. I can't wait to actually jump into this, but you know this little soap opera we keep following with you guys? Like there's someone where I'm hearing history could be repeating itself. Someone that blocked you. This is sort of like, no, you didn't block me. I blocked you. Like there's just some kind of sassiness that I'm picking up with this energy, but it's just somebody that they've had this repetitive behavior of just being rude and unpredictable and just it, it's it's sort of one of those moody energies where someone's like laughing and then they're crying and then they're back to laughing and then they cry and then they get like super manic. Like now, this could be someone who actually struggles with a mental illness, but I don't think it's actually that far. It's just somebody that you had to get rid of them. You've had to get them to get away from me. I need to breathe. This is someone that probably blocked you, saying that you were the problem that they needed to recharge. There's all this like projectionary stuff, and it's left you with this goddamn headache. So we're gonna have to have a look at the week ahead to see how you can most adequately deal with this absolute dramatic bullshit. If this sounds like your reading, you're more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berries, psychic, medium, and divine channeler, hoping to bring you a very interesting message. Now, always remember, my messages are candid, unscripted, but they are also timeless, so please tap into your instincts, listen to your intuition. If there's anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. This message may not be for you, but if it does resonate, please let me know by liking and sharing your story in the comments below. Yeah, you wish, buddy. It's like that. Remember what I was saying when I jumped into this? Like, for those of you who are like, maybe this could be, no, this is a repeat of history. Like, this is somebody who's going to be approaching your energy looking for a bit of a second chance. And you need to see them for who they are, especially if you've noticed that, we saw a psychopath earlier. In some ways, this makes a little bit more sense because they're so fucking fragile, this person. Like, you just know that you're going to be walking on eggshells if you have to deal with this bullshit ever again. So let's go ahead and cut. And at the base, that'll give us kind of an idea of the general mood. It's gonna be so tempting, guys. I have to throw this out there. You're gonna be so tempted to accuse somebody of having a mental illness. Now, I gotta throw this out there. If you are not qualified, don't go diagnosing people. Believe me, I know. I've dealt with this temptation. Whatever dysregularity this person is going through, you need to keep yourself in check. It's going to be extremely important because otherwise you're going to risk copying this energy and it could backfire on you because it's one of those things where you're going to come across as the one who's toxic, that you could come across as being the one who is sick. Like, there is a severe warning for any of you who are watching this right now. Be very mindful about the words that come out of your fucking mouth, because if you try in any degree to call out this energy with any kind of sass, you're trying to reflect them to show how much of a toxic asshole they are, this will backfire on you. And you're being really warned right now because you will get trapped into the situation, especially this toxic person. They have all kinds of friends around them. Like, they got a group, they got some kind of community around them that they will rally against you. Like, what a great way to start the week. How's your Friday going, guys? Where did you leave off next week? There's recharge. It came back again. This is the person where it's kind of like you were willing to tolerate their bullshit up until a certain point, but then they needed a break from you. And what was worse for some of you, like for some of you to help you identify who this person was, this is someone where you went on a vacation, you were really hoping to reconnect, you were really hoping this would be the nice restart, and just everything just came up to the surface all at once. This is like a vacation gone wrong. What's sort of your intention as you kick off the week? Okay, our pre-shuffle is coming back. That is interesting. That's a bit of an intention. What's your anticipated? You're anticipating we'll clarify these. I'm just like diving straight into it, considering that our pre-shuffle, do we get? Oh shit. Okay, so total confessions from High Priestess Berries. Man, I am in a mood today. When I was trying to figure out what this message could be pertaining to, I checked at the top of the pre-shuffled deck just for a bit of a hint. This longing card came out. Um, because I feel as though this person's going to be coming back into your energy and start clarifying. But you will be tempted to hang out with them again. And I think a few of you are not entirely certain if this is a good idea. So, one cool thing when I do these particular readings, I do split the timeline about halfway through. It's like a nice little pick a card, so that you can get more specified advice for whoever this person is. Because some of you, um, maybe they have changed. Maybe it is time to give them another whatever, whatever. Or for some of you, it's like, no, like like, what could happen if you went on a date? I don't quite know. We'll see what the cards say, but that'll give you kind of a fun example of what it is I'm talking about. Let's clarify recharge, like breathe, let go, clear your mind. This was someone that you really hoped that there could have been a second chance with. And uh let's see, what do we there we go. 10 of coins. Like this is someone that this is like the couple, the married couple, they've been together for 10 years, they got all the kids, and they want to go on one last, like, it's so funny. I want to say one last vacation. Um, to go on some memorable vacation that's going to fix everything. This could have been a family vacation as well, especially if this is the first time you were ever invited to go vacationing with the family. Like something about this recharge card in your past is a big fucking deal. Queen of Wands. Like, I'm seeing the Hawaii Islands. It doesn't necessarily have to be that fucking literal. But this Queen of Wands, it's just this like, let's go to the luau. Well, why don't we do this activity? We could do that activity. Like it's as though you guys, rather than taking the opportunity to try and work out the problem, it's as though this activity, this situation, you just filled it with more stuff. And activities, there was no time for rest because the moment any kind of rest occurred, people would be angry or a fight would kick up. There was just no like the me time or the us time. It was just do, go, go, go. What do we? Whoa, okay. This means that the deck wants me to flip the order of the cards where we have this Four of Swords and the Star. So this is a confirmation of what I just said. It's like, yeah, what Barry said. Let's move on, motherfucker. Part of it is just because I think a lot of you are still really hurt from this circumstance. Like this could have been last week, but I think this could have happened to you guys years ago. You were hoping for like almost like a divine reset, just rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, and it's like someone wound up in hospital instead. It's like, did you get that tetanus booster like you said you would before we go traveling? Like it's just sort of like nothing went right on this vacation. And it feels a lot like, my ex-husband tried doing something like this before I decided it was time to divorce him. He's like, "No, let's go to the same place we went to on our honeymoon. I know like things were terrible with our last trip, but maybe we just need to do this." And 3 weeks later, I was like, nope, 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 nope. Bad, bad, bad idea. So the goal and intention, like, let's get a little bit more detail. Just to kind of tune in, like, what is your relationship? Because I am not liking this shady ass character, and I know I say shady with great irony that my camera isn't really great with the shininess. Wow, distraction much? King of Swords, and having to let something go. This psychopath, this person, like a lot of you have just given up on ever getting the story. Something happened. It's sort of like, if this person was moody on a vacation or their personality suddenly shifted, like you kind of knew that was probably something external going on, but you've kind of given up on this person. It's sort of like, wow, like they owe me a fucking explanation. What happened? They weren't honest with me. They didn't tell me everything that they didn't tell me everything that was worth sharing. Does that make any sense? 10 of coins came back. That was the baseline energy over here. And Page of Swords. Yeah, this is sort of like, oh, shallow conversation, spend all the money. Like this is going for like a $400 like in California, they got like the French Laundry, or if you go to Calgary, it's Q Hot, or you go to Montreal, Quebec, you could go to Europa. Like this is like one of those it's like you spent all this money on a fine dining experience just to have the most shallow ass conversation. Like this person, they weren't interested in talking about some of the toxic issues. They weren't interested in sharing what's going on. And because we saw repeated history, second chances, there's something within here with this person returning. Do you know deep down inside that if this person is who it is that they have behaved as, not who they claim to be, they are who they have behaved as? Like, in some ways, you're right that you're going to anticipate just shallow ass conversation. What's with this blocked? Because I'm feeling this anxious anticipation. And I kind of get it. It's sort of like you'd love to have a conversation and you'd love to get the truth from the source, but you have them blocked, or even if they weren't literally blocked, like, they exist in reality, you live your life, they live their life. It's this feeling of um like they just crop up because a mutual friend commented about something. Like the algorithm brings us together and then we hate sometimes the people that are put right in front of our face. It's like, oh, I thought you were out of my life, get the fuck away from me. But at the same time, you want to hear from this person. So one thing I will say, if you really do want a conversation with this person, there's something within your mood, and it's really your anxiety. I was saying mood disorder, don't diagnose people. I'm not diagnosing you as someone who has anxiety, but you are still anxious. It's anticipatory anxiety. Like what would happen? What were we going to talk about? Are they changed? Have they changed? Are they just going to bring the drama? Are they going to show up as a king? Are they going to show up as a grown up? Uh, I just feel this anticipation it's really rattling you. And I just feel this sort of back and forth toggling. Here we go. We got Three of Cups. So Three of Cups, Two of Swords. Like it's this indecision where like I was saying, you'd love to hear it from the source, but you're kind of desperate where maybe I'll just hear it through gossip. And if I hear it through gossip, does that make it good information? Actually Queen of Cups. Fuck, guys. I know you still love this person. And I think some of you are really struggling because some of you swear this person still loves you. It's really difficult. I know a lot of you really feel like maybe this person actually does love you. Why would they go on vacation with me? Like, why would, like, even though it was toxic, they involved me in their life. What else do we have right here? Ace of Swords. Like, yeah, this is just you trying to get information. But if you get it from the source, it'll be childish information, but you're not entirely certain if social media or hearing it third party is a wise idea either. And you kind of know if you start snooping, alarm bells will go off. Like you're very tender right now. And in some ways, if you're feeling a little feral, like you're going to get caught, you need to get realigned to yourself. You're energetically still tied to this. Even if you're not talking to them, even if you've cut off the mutual friends, you've done your best to make sure that people are aware. Please do not talk about me, especially to this group of people. You've been trying to protect your peace or trying to protect your privacy. It's just, hmm. I'm slipping into this nostalgic, this longing. Because that's sort of like where the focus is going to be. There's a lot of nostalgia when it comes to this person. Hmm. Six of Coins. Is this is interesting. Um, I don't know if you're daydreaming this or if it's actually gonna happen because this is Pentacles. There's some kind of generosity, sort of like this person, or you're hoping that this person, like what's underneath here? You're trying to find a way to get calm even from within yourself. There you go, the Three of Cups and the Two of Swords. Yeah, because these two almost read completely together. You're really hoping you're really hoping this person's going to contact you. You are really hoping to hear from them. And I keep hearing a but, like you can tell yeah, kind of sorts. That's this anticipatory anxiety I was talking about, strength. This is lizard brain really kicking in. This, wow, okay. I feel like a lot of you might be a little bit stuck in your head about something. Um, this is a warning. Try not to recreate the past. Like, it's sort of like I'm talking about restaurants. You know, sometimes when you go out on dates with someone that you really loved and cared about, even though you're exes, even though maybe you don't talk to each other anymore, it's like, well, I miss the food. I kind of miss the lifestyle. Like, it'd be nice to take someone else there, even if it's platonic. But there's something about reliving the past for all the wrong reasons because you're trying to find a way to connect with this person's energy through somebody else. If any of you identify with the idea that somebody used you, like, maybe in a sexual context, like they fantasized about somebody else while they were like banging you, it's kind of like that. It's like almost it's this is fetishizing. That's the word that I'm thinking of. Like, you need to be very cautious about your mind space. If you are longing for this person and you're trying to recreate the past with somebody else, like, you're fetishizing it. And it's one of these things where if you're gonna do it, well, just make sure you're aware of what it is that you are doing. This is okay. I think we need to split the timeline because it's getting really locked up within here. So I'm gonna clear the board and let's get some timestamps ready for you guys. And listen, guys, if this is already really beginning to resonate with you, please make sure to take a moment to like the video. Whenever you like, you share, subscribe, send me a comment, even just your watch time. It gives me consent to talk to your guides and it gives me permission to read your energy. So, I do a lot of sidebar with your spiritual guides and your ancestors. And I have to do a little bit of negotiation. So, your support means the world to me. And it also helps support you as you govern yourself through your spiritual path. Now, that said, I got two options here for you. And I was encouraged to show you what the bases of the decks look like. We got a Seven of Cups over here. There's a lot of emotional options, but you might find yourself a little bit overwhelmed. But on the other hand, over here, there's a real need for you to find some semblance of personal balance, because there's some kind of energy around you that is going to have no problem knocking you off course. So here's the thing though, I do my timestamps just a wee bit different. Why? Because it's thrilling. I have two cards here, so I want you to focus on these cards. I got the card of time 41 and the karmic path 08. And some of you are like, I don't know if I want to take the karmic path berries. Oh, come on. Be brave, but I'm not going to bias you. So I'm going to flip these around and I'm going to randomly assign them to each pile. And whatever that is, pick your, whoa, time goes over here, time after time. So if you pick time, you are going to be pile number one. You can see below for your timestamp. If you pick the karmic path, first of all, you brave motherfucker. I don't know why I'm teasing you right now. Your timestamp will be for pile two in the description below. Oh dear God, I'm excited. Hey, pile one. So if you are here, you picked time, and we got the Seven of Cups. I gotta warn you right off the bat. You got a lot of people who you do have energies around you that are kind of poking at you, making you feel as though you're a bit of a chicken shit. But I have to say right off the bat, like there's so many people within your energy. Like I feel like a lot of you are going through a lot of these intuitive activations at this time. And when you start opening up your crown chakra and your third eye, oh, it can be really overwhelming when you're around people, especially if you've known them for a while and you haven't recognized that you've been absorbing their energy. So it could actually make the discomfort from within almost amplified. So first of all, just make sure you're taking time to meditate, to center yourself. A lot of you are going to start having activations going on in your sleep time, and things might get a little bit backwards for you. And I'm being told, just you need to trust what's going on. You actually have had things backwards, upside down. We were talking about second chances, trying not to recreate from based on the past. Because you got things backwards, it's sort of as though the divine's putting you through a weird series of events mentally, emotionally, and physically, where it's like, okay, this now to the side, now up, now back down again. Okay, do two things around like this. It's almost like a puzzle. So I just suddenly got so fucking dizzy. So there you go. These are now the sands of time. So we got a little bit of soap opera energy going on. After I did all that shuffling, got the Nine of Pentacles along with the Seven of Cups came straight back. We're gonna be having a look at the opposing energy that you're gonna be dealing with. We'll also see how it is you're acting and reacting, and we'll have to ask the ultimate question. TGIF, is it going to be a good Friday? Or is it going to be a fry? Oh, nay. Like, still coming up with some good ones, guys. So, I'm workshopping it after I go to cut Chariot. This is an ask. Do you want to be the one who's being driven around, or are you going to be the driver? It's one of these things where in your circumstance it has to be one or the other, and the high priestess in some ways is the car. There's an ask right now because I was like, I won't shake up the snow globe anymore. You guys are actually not super grounded right now, and it's going to feel like going around in a car, going through a city and getting lost. It could end up feeling a little bit like that. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, that you are packing water with you, bring snacks. It's sort of like you have to anticipate for at least this week just unexpected delays, and you want to make sure that you're physically, mentally, emotionally, you just have a little bit of a care package on you at all times. What's going on outside of you? Two of Swords. Like, someone wants to make an like this impulsive jump towards you. And I know that's not Wands energy, but you notice how the Two of Swords, they have like the blindfold, and it's sort of one of these things where this person is so disconnected from their intuition that they're, because like with the pick a card thing, it's not even tapping to their intuition, they're just picking. And it's one of these things where, how do I know that I wasn't just picking berries? If you made it this far, you're following your intuition. So say we all. There we go. At the base, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups. That's a little bit of that energy that was blocked with that Ace of Swords coming back around. The Hierophant. Huh. Hierophant, Justice. Okay. Um, this is okay. This is sort of like the person is apologizing because they know that's what they're supposed to do. Um, it's not necessarily insincere, but they don't exactly know what they did wrong. It's kind of like, well, I went to therapy, but they never really took advantage of what therapy was capable of. And again, that's why we're making comments about don't diagnose people. But there's something about your experience and you looking at how this person is. It's just sort of like therapy is a tool, and all therapists are unique in their own way, and not one person's right for the next. But there's something within here that's going to make you go, this person did not take advantage of therapy whatsoever. They just orchestrated the answers because they knew that's what they're supposed to say. It's one of these things where anyone who's had psychological training, like in social work or being a therapist themselves, um, they they know what the psychobabble is supposed to be. So like, oh, cool, this is a test. So if I just answer all the questions correctly, then I get a passing grade. This person has no sense of depth. All they know is to show love just through action. There is no heart. It's just through action. Wow. So there we go. Yeah. In a lot of ways, this is your reaction. It's kind of like they're the same. Okay. I don't know why I was hoping roses and rainbows out of this. They're just the same. and Three of Wands. Let's get one more. The Magician. Okay. In some ways, I actually see the cards kind of a little bit more like this, where it's like, yeah, you're kind of disappointed, and it's just sort of like this person doesn't get it. And you're it's sort of like, I'm just not going to look at them. I'm trying not to pay attention to them. I am, I'm hoping for the best, knowing it's probably gonna be the worst. You're not, in some ways, you're not even manifesting the bad outcome. Your intuition's already correct, and you're just writing out the energy. There's something within here you need to forgive yourself this week, because the universe is giving you a chance to finally let go of this, so that you can find an opportunity that makes sense for you. So I can feel like you can, I see how the surfboard, it's like hang 10 over here, pointing towards a new beginning, but the intention has been set. Like, you have to see this first before you can actually appreciate what it is that you are actually letting go of, because this will help prevent you from going backwards. Like when you have a vehicle, and if you go to any place where they have the tire shredders, just to ensure that people are only going through a car gate one way, so if they tried to reverse, it would shred the tires out. The universe is putting like tire shredders on your path so that you can't go backwards. Because if you do, it's going to be a major fuck up. So, like I was saying, make sure this week, especially for this specific week, like have an extra, like, energy bar. Always make sure you have water. Maybe take an extra, day thing of meds if you have prescription medication. There's something like your inner Boy Scout needs to actually take some authorship this particular week, because you will misstep. Why? Because you're a human. You're also slightly dysregulated, and you're going through a weird ass route in order to get to where it is you need to go. And so it means that you have to honor how the 3D is working, and free will is divine, and shit happens, car accident on the freeway, and you're delayed by 20 minutes. And when stuff like that happens, you got to trust that the delay was divinely guided, but it's no excuse not making sure that you have what you need on you at the time, so that you don't get hunger pains, and you don't get dehydrated and make bad decisions, and then magnetize more problems into your life. This is deep. Like, can I just say this is a really, really deep message? So I really, really hope this is helping you guys. We got the moon. Oh, like, despite me feeling all anthropomorphic, animated, all this like semi funny hyperbole going on with the energies around you, this person, the situation. What is kind of nice, because moon here, and I was saying things are up all over the place. We got a little bit of a crescent moon over here as well. Like, again, you're only seeing part of it, but they only reveal part of it, but you see all of it. There you go. Like, there's a progression going on right here. So, oh, what is it that I want to say, what's so special though? What's going on? Like I was saying, the middle of the night, you're probably gonna have a lot of activations. Some of you may start experiencing, because I've seen this. Oh, you're clairaudient, which means the ability to like hear spiritual messages as though someone was whispering it to you. Again, we're talking about, don't diagnose people, because I'm pretty sure in a past life you were schizophrenic, or maybe you are currently diagnosed schizophrenic. And when you hear the voices, that is scary. Like I usually just hear my name spoken in the middle of the night. I'm like, what the ever loving fuck? First of all, breathe. And remember, oh yeah, Barry said this would happen. So, if you trust me, then at least you know that when you hear your name being spoken, it startles you, but it doesn't scare you. Like, that is an okay place to be. Like, I've had a week, story time. I've had weeks where, in my calendar, in one particular week, I had, okay, so I'm seeing my therapist and my psychotherapist and my psychic all in the same week. And I remember telling them openly what I was experiencing as a spiritual awakening. And I'm like, are there any red flags that I need to be aware of? And all three of them said the same thing. Like, the counselor, the doctor, and again, the psychic. All said, as long as the voices aren't asking you to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable or makes you feel down about yourself, then you're fine. You're okay. That's a safe place to explore. Some of you are going to be opening up new channels and opportunities where you're going to start getting medical help that is supportive to your spiritual journey. Like it's a little bit kooky, but it's sort of like I grew up Christian, so all my Christian friends are like, oh, we should always give Christian referrals to other Christian businesses. Doesn't matter if the business is good or not, but as long as we're supporting our brothers and sisters in Christ, like think of it whatever you want. Like, you can have opinion one way or the other about it. Like everyone networks based on their tribe, but you're actually going to find your soul tribe. And this is the soul tribe that actually has proper training that will be able to see you where it is that you are at, and they'll be able to give you an adequate analysis. Even if you don't like hearing what it is they say, within your soul they're right. There's something within that. It's going to start feeling so freeing. You're opening up a very, very brand new beginning, but you can't see it right now. Like Ace of Pentacles, even though on that card face, it was picked up out of the ground. Here's the thing, unless you know what it is that you're doing, you should not be transporting seeds that have already germinated unless you know how to handle them. Otherwise, they risk dying off. Or if they get transplanted at the wrong time or too soon, they lose the root. So there's an ask within here. You need to stay in this proverbial pot of soil so that you can take enough root and build up enough of a root system that you can be transplanted out of this. It's very like, very plant-based reading, which I know definitely know what your closing card deck is gonna be. We got the Bloom Oracle down here. After I go to cut, that's weird. I cut this. You gotta let go of this situation. And really all you're doing is just letting go of a version of yourself. This person is only here to teach you that you guys are similar in a way. I know that's difficult to say, and I know that's difficult to hear, but you're a light worker who's trying to understand your shadow, and a shadow worker who's trying to reconnect with your light. And it requires you to understand how radicalism is a horseshoe, and a lot of us have even though we might have opposing opinions, we're technically the same. There's some real healing, high vibrational opportunities you're gonna get once you see through this person's bullshit. Got the chariot, chariot here, chariot there, and it's kind of fun. It's sort of like, if you're gonna be the high priestess, because we got high priestess down here, and you're just gonna opt being the chariot, it you're actually getting a new understanding as to what it means to take control of a situation. But let's keep getting cards. Seven of Cups, that's what showed up. Um, yeah, that was the pre-shuffle. Okay, cool. Seven of Cups, King of Swords. I love it when I take different decks and similar cards come out. Like that is the magic of this medium. And especially for some of you guys, you're entering into your mediumship. And I was making jokes about being Christian. Like there's a past version of me that is so fucking offended that I would ever pursue something like this as a career. I was very anti-tarot. That's its own story. But there's something about something you were really against. You're like, I would never identify with it. Now it's kind of this thing I kind of want to explore. You've been exploring taboos, and it's going to be so important. You're exiting out of a timeline where experimentation, um, getting caught up in karmic things, feeling like you should have known better. That's your clue. If you felt like you should have known better, yes and no. You opted into this timeline and you forgot the reason why you got into this. That's this moon card. Something's going to be revealed to you guys this particular week to make you realize, wait, I needed to take this path because I was so fucking confused. And as a result, I'm going to see my motherfucking truth out of all of this. Like, I am so excited for you guys. Despite the energy that was projecting, like, you took the easy way out. Like, something around you is making you feel like you couldn't taken the easy way out. And I'm telling you, you took the hardest fucking route possible, okay? Like, I have to emphasize that. Well, you gotta ask the ultimate question, though. What kind of Friday are you gonna have? Like, I'd be so surprised if this is a bad Friday because I'm feeling so good. What is the card? Wheel of Fortune. It was always fated to be. Oh my gosh. Like, this is an old game. It's sort of like you play this game lifetime after lifetime, and you're getting so fucking fed up because you keep having to argue with people about the rules. Like, I feel like there's somebody who grew up with a board game family where they got into like democratic fights with each other over the rules of the game. It's totally okay. I've seen Christians do it to each other, quoting the Bible. Like this small family trauma drama that you may not even recognize you could have absorbed subconsciously. But the Wheel of Fortune, it's it's like this, ha, this, oh my God, like it's just, it's all coming together. Like it's like holding space. Like the Hanged Man, while it can mean being stuck, and some of you probably felt really stuck in this energy, but it's like if you're stuck, you need to get another perspective on the situation because you self-bound yourself. You tied yourself up in this because you wanted to learn something. Like there was a Hierophant somewhere around here. The Hierophant went missing on me. I think it was in the core read because I'm just channeling as I go. You wanted to learn something so you can break it. It's sort of like you self-poisoned yourself. Oh, this is almost homeopathic. So anyone who's into homeopathic medicine, this is your extra thumbs up. It's like you self-poisoned yourself in order to create a tolerance, in order to find the cure. It's a little bit of a Count of Monte Cristo. And if you guys any like nerdy anime fans out there, oh, I'm totally blanking on the name of the show. Apothecary Diaries. Like, there's just something about realizing that you intentionally opted to go into this so you knew how to get out of it. Because this is, oh wow, like you jumped into this and you're finding victory. Like, you can't see it yet, but you're finding victory because you hate that people are like that. Like, this person that you've been glued to, this most annoying person in the universe, you genuinely cared about them, and you really thought you could help them. Believe it or not, you focusing on this as you move forward is actually going to help them. And if not them specifically, all the people of the world who struggle with being like this. Five of Swords. This is the end of dealing with relationships that are sabotagey, that realizing that, wait, you did self sabotage. Like you're a chosen one. If this message has resonated, you have been chosen and you chose to take a karmic path, which is funny and ironic because the next timestamp is the karmic path. So that could be an extended message for some of you guys. But there's an ask within here. You need to forgive yourself, baby. You need to forgive yourself. You knew the books didn't make any sense. You knew that people, their explanations, it didn't make sense. And you were so angry and so frustrated with how people operated. You wanted to go through it firsthand because you wanted to practice empathy. You are a fucking warrior. In a shuffle, we got the open heart. What is it that my Time Lords over here can embody as they move forward through this week, recognizing that they just need to wrap up this little experiment so they can move on to the good shit. Bamboo, bend but don't break. There's a reminder within here and a sense of encouragement to let you know that even though you may have been upset that you overshared, let down your boundaries, wanted to give somebody space, wanted to show the world that you are caring. While these gestures of kindness were well intended, they were misused. Don't put away a gift just because you didn't know how to use it properly before. You're at this moment of time right now because you have learned how to use a gift properly. Don't put your gifts away. Claim them, own them, take responsibility for them so you can move forward and heal all of them. Just saying. Wow. Well, pile number one, whoever it is that you guys are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you like my style, please make sure to like the video on the way out. And if you're kind of curious what next week could end up being for you, subscribe. follow along. I'd be so honored to help you out on your spiritual path. And until I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries. Hey there, Pile 2. If you've picked the karmic path, how do I even start in this energy? There's something that has been either bringing you to tears, something that has brought you some profound sorrow. And a lot of you guys haven't really gotten to a place where you can fully digest all of the difficult emotions you've had to endure. You guys, you're you are enduring a lot. There's a lot going on for you right now. Um, and being able to balance what's going on in the back of your mind versus what is before you, it is a huge balancing act, but you are going to be getting support along the way. I'm gonna shuffle this. And I did want to grab the tarot for kids because there's something about the energies are so all over the place right now. There's a lot going on in the world. No matter where you are on the planet, whether if it's personal, geographical, um, Four of Wands. Oh, why? I got dizzy. I got this massive headache. I'm assuming this is something outside of you at the base. Whoa. Okay. There's an energy around you that's really fucking drunk and or high, but you got someone within your energy. They are not doing well. They miss the fuck out of you. They feel sick to their stomach about something. Like, I know you can't see my face, but you know when you're sad and it's sort of as though the lower part of your lip feels, um, I can't say loose. There's something about the way that this person is feeling like they really have hit rock bottom, that they're having such a difficult time talking, articulating. They're very checked out at this time and having a very difficult time focusing on anything. There's, okay, Four of Swords. That is a little bit confirmation. I'm curious. What else? The world, something has gone down in somebody's reality. Queen of Wands. This is someone that made them really happy. And now all of a sudden they feel real sad. How do we want, okay, so let's get both sides here. Man, you guys are actually doing really well compared to this person. I know this is supposed to be some happy, joyful card. I'm gonna grab the animal or no? Yes? Okay. I wasn't sure if I should pick the ancestors. They might need to speak up. Okay. I'm being told, because this person's energy is so profound for this coming week, it might mean that you're getting some news. And I feel like this is some kind of fakery. I'm hearing like it's either like sham marriage, fake engagement, announcements, and you're kind of over here doing your thing. They're like, okay. This is going to be interesting to navigate. So I really ask you guys, bear with me because I feel like there's so many energies pulling on you. Okay, Karmic Path, Page of Pentacles. Okay. That was, I believe what was showing up over here. Like, there is someone who wants to offer you some help on this karmic path. And I'm trying to figure out how does this very, very sad person have anything to do with it? Like, I think that's why we have two sets of cards here. You have ancestral support, and I'm hearing intervention. Um, and it's sort of like there's somebody around you where they long for you, they miss you, they wish they could be there for you, but and it's sort of as though the universe is sending strangers your way to give you kind gestures. It's sort of like this person's like, I wish I could show you how it is that I feel. I wish they would know how much I cared about them. I wish they knew how much I could tell them I'm sorry. I wish I knew. And it's sort of like pay attention to how other people are behaving around you, especially unusually kind gestures from strangers. Pay attention to that because there is someone who's trying to reach you, and the fact that it's coming through third party energies, it in some ways, if you haven't heard from somebody in such a long time, I think this is you waiting for the person who has changed and has come to their senses. The fact that you're getting it through the external reality, they've been throwing out some prayer. Um, okay, we got Eight of Cups, Strength. This is just to kind of let you know, this person over here, your ancestors are letting you know that they have the intention to walk away, but they still have to face some very difficult stuff. It's kind of like they know they need to come to you and they want to be able to show up in a way that a king of coins would accept somebody, because the king of coins can turn anybody away. Like, it's like, nope, I can buy love. Nope, I can buy information. No, I can buy sex. Like, it's kind of this sort of feeling. Um, so they know that they can't come to you half-assed. But let's see here. Three of Pentacles, interesting. Um, yeah, okay. So this is a bit of a confirmation that this person is seeking out help. A lot of stuff is going on behind closed doors and you are not supposed to know about it, but if your intuition has led you to this message, and some of you are just looking for a little bit of confirmation, because on the surface they seem all happy, hunky dory, nothing's going wrong and nothing's going on, but there's something about this person. They are seeking out help, they're trying to collaborate. Two of Cups, like, to reach you because they know they can't reach you, or they're, if anything, because I'm seeing the caduceus, and it's like pointing, like his cup is pointing to his head and the caduceus is pointing to his head. Like I was mentioning in the main reading, like it's going to be so important during this time. Do not go diagnosing people. If you have to diagnose somebody, you should be paid and you should be legally qualified. Otherwise, you don't get a say. You can have your opinion, but keep that shit to yourself, I'm being told, because there's information that could be used against you. So the universe is sending you strangers this week. If you lost, if you like, lost a family member, lost a pet, people would suddenly show you different forms of kindness in ways that are just meaningful to you, and it's like, I never asked for it, but I'm so glad that someone would show that they care. That's coming from this person energetically. Those are actually answers to prayer. What else do we have? Knight of Cups. Like, there is an intention to come towards you. Like, this is a love reunion message, which is, this is pretty fucking fascinating, but they have to walk away. What's beneath Strength? The moon. There's our secretness. That's why I'm seeing this champagne bottle right here. Cause when I sit in the person's energy, I had to take a bit of a step back. Um, they're self-medicating. Like, they're not medicating, they're self-medicating. And there's a difference between the two because they're trying to figure out how to deal with this energy. So in some ways, the pre-shuffle, maybe you're like, well, I don't think this is my circumstance, but I think this person, they might be going through it, and you're kind of approaching it as a cross watcher. This is sort of like a cross watcher confirmation with what's going on. I'm sorry about the glare of my camera, guys, but you're being glared at right now. Like, you are very so fucking divinely protected. Oh, I'm gonna peek. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, okay. What did she do? No spoilers, guys. Like, it is interesting that I'm feeling the energy that way. Really honor the order and timing of information being revealed. I have to stress that. I have to stress that. Let's get into this Four of Wands with this external energy. And it's gonna be so important, don't spy on this person. Really just kind of keep to whatever it is that you're working on. You're in the process of trying to grow an empire, working on your career, finding some semblance of stability, which, it's a catch 22. If you struggle with any kind of mental health issues, like you can, or chronic health issues, you can totally identify with this. Like, even if you live in a country that has a socialized medicine, like it's still difficult to try and keep yourself physically established, even if you do have income from like a government or some social security services. Um, you because we saw that two of pentacles a little bit earlier, you're still trying to learn how to properly establish yourself, so you can manifest a better career. So even though I'm shuffling to clarify what's going on with this other person, I'm very glad to see that you are more focused on yourself. You are trying to find ways to get through whatever this is supposed to be, whatever you're struggling with. um I feel like you're learning. Like I said, the King of Coins doesn't need to trade. He can just pay for the information. There's something that who it is you can spend money on, who's not worth spending your money on, your time, your attention. Like this is a very slow King of Coins. Just take the opportunity when you have time, when you have that extra cash, knowing that you're learning how to re-regulate your life, because whatever happened over here, and it doesn't have to be just this person, but it's personalities like this really threw you off course, and you picked up some bad habits, especially from parents and ex-partners specifically. What do you have it? Four of Wands. Holy shit, Page of Wands. Yeah, okay, this is a no, this person, they're still on the surface living their life as though nothing's happened. That's why I just don't bother with their social media. They're a consummate liar, and they've kept this up for a long time, and they have to keep up the facade because it's important for their safety. Any of you who've had to get out of a bad relationship, some of the things that people will advise you, and I was advised, is keeping a secret locker and have like at least 3 days worth of clothing and put in there any kind of precious valuables just in case a partner goes to hold something hostage. It's very difficult when you are living with a toxic partner. And it's even worse when you have the stigma where people don't like your partner. They kind of like you, but then they resent you for staying with the person. Like, oh, like I know they seem so nice, but why would they stay with someone so awful? Like you're talking to someone who's been through this timeline. Um, so this person is beginning to recognize that they are in an abusive situation. And when you're in an abusive situation, you have to mask. But the fact that I see the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, it means that they are getting help. And because we saw this moon down here, it needs to be on the DL for their own safety. This has nothing to do with you. So what do we have? Eight of Swords. They're really struggling if they're doing the right thing, and they're really upset with themselves that they bound themselves into this karmic situation in the first place. Queen of Pentacles. This can be wifey energy, but I do keep the cards in the upright. This person has just gone so long giving to this person, giving to this situation, that because of this Eight of Swords, they feel bad. Like, have you ever had that where it's like, you know, when you dated someone a little bit too long, and like, 1 week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and by the time you get to like 3 or 4 months in, and it's like, I should have told this person like weeks ago, I hate kissing them, or maybe not using those words, but it's sort of like recognizing I don't like kissing them, I don't like being around them. I actually feel kind of uncomfortable, but I went for so long, and now I feel bad. It's kind of like forgetting somebody's name. That's same similar kind of energy. This person is allowed to go on for so long. They feel bad. Like they feel stuck, but they feel bad. Nine of Swords. Like this is eating them up. Like this is eating them alive to some degree. This is the millipede at the card base of the card right here. But yeah, have some compassion for this person. Like, yeah, you might have warned them, or you're pissy that they blocked you out of their life. But that's the problem when people get into abusive situations. The abuser makes sure that their catch loses a healthy connection to all of their friends and family. Like even if they're still close to their family, the narcissist will try to make their partner feel as though their family really doesn't like me. Like, why is your family like this towards me? And it's like, it's nothing personal. They're always like that. They're like that with everybody. Like, it's one of these things where this person is constantly rationalized how Yeah, this is just manipulation. Like, can we just keep it that way? I could get stuck down a wormhole of all kinds of different ways that this person is confused. But let's pivot back over here. Like, they're going through it, and you being very mindful about where you're at physically, where are you at emotionally, um, spiritually as well, because this will throw you off. Them not speaking to you is a blessing. Like the universe is sending you the only good parts of them that can actually function within the 3D. That's what I was talking about, generosity from strangers. And it's sort of like, even if you decided to like randomly clean up and then you go to like lift a couch cushion and all of a sudden you saw like $100, like in some ways that this person is like, please give them the money that they need. Please give them the opportunities that they need. Please, like, please universe, please. Like, I can't, like, I wish I could be there to help them. Like it's that kind of feeling. So this person, believe it or not, they are praying for you. And it is actually showing up in your reality, which is pretty fucking cool. Queen of Swords, King of Cups. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like this is really a wonderful time just to be honest with yourself, just to be kind, nurturing, nourishing, make sure that you're eating. Um there was a talk with the other timeline. Like, you guys aren't in the same, like, you guys are the opposite to some degree. You're a little bit grounded compared to the other timeline. But there was an ask within there. Make sure you keep water on you, keep snacks on you at all times, especially for this particular week. You might have delays, and this is sort of like, okay, cool. I'll just hang out here for a couple minutes. Don't worry about it. I get it. Shit happens. Like you're pretty chill this week, and if you're not, you're being guided to just embody being chill. Um, because every time you get delayed, it's just a time for you to go inward. And it's a safe place for you to go inward. Like, okay, the grocery store line is taking way longer than expected. You can check out mentally. Don't doom scroll. Just that's a good time to kind of go inward. You can still be aware of your environment. But, the divine's trying to talk to you a lot this week. There we go. High Priestess. That's a confirmation. Getting the downloads and getting the downloads on the fly, like whether if you're sleeping or you're awake. Um, because you are more stable, you're going to get more of the downloads in the daytime. And because you're grounded and you're willing to slow yourself down, like you won't have to be as dependent on getting your downloads in the nighttime as much. That's a specific for a few of you guys. Seven of Wands, yeah. Um, I want to say protect your energy. Um, but it's more so that protecting your mental boundaries. This person's going through a lot, and it's one of these things where you could pick up on the drama and the good stuff that they're sending your way prayer-wise, or you can just pay attention to the good stuff that they're sending prayer-wise. It is not karmically required for you to indulge in this person's chaos. Like even in a subconscious state, even if it's just your imagination. You don't need to indulge in it. What else do we have? Knight of Pentacles. You guys have the benefit of slowing down this week, taking the scenery, being able to just allow things to happen as they do. That said, what is the big question? Like, we're going through this week. It feels like it's been a bit of a long week, but I feel like there is some victory over here for you guys. But what kind of Friday, after all of this realization and bullshit, kind of Friday you're gonna have? Five of Swords. I know I peaked a little bit earlier. Still kind of hoping that maybe I could put a nice happy spin on this. This feels neutral. It's kind of these things where, okay, friendly game. I feel like it almost feels like a bit of a tie. There's two kids over here, two swords, but you've got three swords and it's just you. Like, this is a really neat way of the divine showing you that you're actually really good at channeling. You're really good at reading energy. But just because you can read the energy doesn't mean it's your business. And in some ways that should help you feel a little bit freer. There's something about what's going on over here. Half the battle, like this person's going through it. I cannot even begin to fathom everything that this person's going through. And it's kind of one of these things where if I said too much, I'd out them. Like that's how bad their situation is. Um, but just because they're going through it, just take the good stuff. You aren't being shallow about it. Um, but it's sort of like you're just allowing the good energy, the positive energy, the light energy, you're allowing it to show up the way that it shows up, even if you can't see this person, even if you can't talk to them. This person is dealing with this sort of echo chamber of issues where they keep repeating the same problem over and over and over again. And you're taking a different approach. And it means that mentally you have to guard that space so that you don't accidentally get subconsciously suckered into this. We got 9 of Cups, sitting pretty, 6 of Wands. Like your victory of this week is to recognize, even if you don't hear from this person, see this person, or just recognize they're still entrenched in whatever this is. Like your ticket to get through this is to focus on your own happiness, because if you want to magnetize this person into your life, there's something about self-fulfillment and self-satisfaction that you need to embody in your body, like embody, like not just, oh, it'd be nice to think this way, but like my voice is up here and that's all mental, that's all in the crown. No, being in your body, like that's a lot of that Two of Pentacle regulation we saw a little bit. Two of Pentacle regulation with goats in space, like you've had a lot of fun in your life, but you know you've been dysregulated. It's sort of like you've been trying to make the most of a bad situation. Oh my fucking God, the fucking ancestors. They are so around you at this time and they're helping you discern who's friend, who is foe. Like these guys, they're cute little critters, the quokkas, I think they're called, but you know, they warn parents to keep their children from them. They're adorable, but they will bite you. And there's something about you recognizing like there are some energies they'll just continue to bite you because they keep masking as though they're cute, but you have other people who are going to be showing up, showing you kindness, compassion, giving you the information, giving you the break, giving like, you know, again, like just randomly finding like, you know, $100 in your couch cushion. You're like, "Oh, thank God that person prayed you would find it." Okay, that's they can't function like this in the 3D. Their fifth dimensional side is supporting you as much as it is astrologically possible, not humanly possible. As a human, this person knows that they're failing, but on their astral side, they're doing everything they can to make sure that you get what you need. This person does love and care about you, but this is on a subconscious realm. You can't actually see it, and you're not supposed to see it. And this message is coming through today so that you don't sabotage it or feel like you're doing something wrong or start getting tempted to spy or meddle in this situation. Hands off, I'm being told. Like, you know, no toque. So, what is it that my very supported, thank you, ancestors, karmic path, king of coins, what can they embody this week to make the most of these energies? Oh man, I love this. This is perfect. The prism of existence. Separation, extension, independence, and identity. Through all of this, both of you have been learning a lot about yourselves. This person, they're getting their ass kicked at this time, recognizing that they are who it is that they are, and they do recognize that they got themselves into this circumstance in the first place. It had nothing to do with you. They do send you love, and they do send you a lot of gratitude for the way that you did try to help them, even if they walked away, even if they blamed you, even if they were the way that they were. But you're being asked, even by this energy and by your ancestors, start moving forward and really get to know yourself for the first time. Learn how to establish yourself, get into alignment with who it is that you are. You're being guided to take some time to write this down on a piece of paper. Take the opportunity to make an actual declaration to the universe. I am the person who it is that I want to be. And if you can get to know yourself, you get yourself into alignment. You bring yourself into the alignment and love, and you are putting yourself into a timeline where there is going to be profound healing. There will be conversation, but for now, you are being guided to continue to support yourself and trust that there are people praying for you, that there are those that love you, and you have so much support and guidance. I'm just saying, wow. Well, everybody, However it is that your week decides to manifest, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you, all of you, so much for sticking around. If you found this helpful, please make sure to like the video on the way out. And if you need some more support on this very challenging journey, I highly recommend that you subscribe. And until I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.